This is a CCEA Maths paper. It's the M7 paper 2 and it's the 2021 paper. So let's take a look at question 1. The map shows the position of 4 underground stations in London. The symbol for an underground station is that. The map scale is 1 centimetre is 100 metres. Calculate the actual distance between Goodge Street underground station and Holborn underground station. So Goodge Street is here, Holborn is here, so let's get a wee distance then. So if I just do it as accurately as I possibly can, and I'm going to go for the wee centre dot here, so that goes from there to there. In fact, you don't need to draw the line, but that's okay. So I think that is about 10.3 centimetres. So I'll write that down, 10.3 centimetres, and each centimetre then is 100 metres, so it's going to be 10.3 multiplied by 100, and so my answer then is going to be 1030 metres. Great Ormond Street Hospital is 550 metres due north of Holborn underground station. Mark the exact position of the hospital with an X. If it's 550 metres, then that's going to be 5.5 centimetres. So I need to go 5.5 centimetres due north then of Holborn. So there's my 5.5, and that looks north then to me. So I would draw my line here. Again, you don't necessarily need a line, but you do need to see an X, and so my X then is going to be there. Question 2. Jenny's height is given as 156 centimetres. That's correct to the nearest centimetre. Between what limits does Jenny's height lie? Complete the following. So Jenny's height, if it's going to be given, so the lowest it could be then is 155.5, and of course it can be equal to 155.5. That's why there's the wee symbol in there, and then it has to be 156.5. With this, Laura paid for meals while on holiday in Spain with her credit card. The cost was €91.48. €91.48, and the pound was €1.12. What was the cost in pounds? So I would do 91.48, and it's hard to work out which way around these are, but it's 1.12. Let's see what the calculator gives. 91.48 divided by 1.12, and that gives me 81.678. So it's £81.68. Laura's bank charged her 2.7% of this cost in pounds for a non-sterling transaction. How much was this charge in pounds? So I get my number here again and multiply by 2.7%. So it's 81.68. You might want to take the actual number for a bit more accuracy in your calculator, but I think they'll let you away with it. And I would then divide by 100 and multiply by 2.7. The answer then is £2.20. Well, it's going to be £2.21 then, I think, if you do exactly. Hopefully that's coming up on the screen. Yeah, 2.21. Question 4. In a herd of 40 goats, there are 8 brown, there are 9 white, there are 13 without horns. A goat is taken at random from the herd. What is the probability that the goat has horns? Well, 13 taken away from 40 is 27, so the answer then would be 27 over 40. Brown or white, 8 plus 9 is 17, so it's 17 over 40. And is not brown or white, so we take away our 17 from our 40, and I would get then 23 over 40. Question 5. Pancake mix for 4 people. Pancake mix for 10 people. Blah blah blah. The table above shows the ingredients required to make pancakes for 4 people. Complete the table to show how much of each ingredient would be required for 10 people. A couple of different ways of doing this. You work it out for 1. So divide by 4 and then multiply by 10. Totally fine. But some people know that 4 into 10 goes 2.5 times. So if we go times by 2.5 for each of those, then that should give us what we need. So 2 of those is 400 and another half of it is 100, so that would give me then 500. 350 times 2.5. That gives me 875. Eggs, 2.5 is going to be 5 eggs, and then 1 tablespoon is of course then going to be 2.5 tablespoons. Question 6. Fill in the next term in the following sequence. 2, 3, 5. So what's the gap? The gap there's 1. The gap's 2. The gap's 3. The gap's 5. The gap is 8. So it looks like they're adding the previous 2 numbers. 2 plus 3 is 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. 5 plus 8 is 13. 8 plus 13 is 21. So 13 plus 21 then is going to be 34. This is known as the Fibonacci sequence. That's not required, but just so you know, what rule did you use to find this term? So if we just go for add to previous terms, then that's okay. Question 7. A box contains sweets. The sweets are strawberry, lime, orange, or black currant. A sweet is taken at random from the box. The table below shows some of the probabilities. The box has an equal number of lime and orange sweets. Work out the probability that an orange sweet will be taken. If it's the same amount, then those 2 numbers then must be the same as each other. So if we do 0.45 plus 0.25, that gives me 0.7. So those 2 must add to give 0.3, and so they 0.3 divided by 2 is 0.15, so they're 0.15 and 0.15. Find the probability an orange sweet is taken is 0.15. The box contains a total of 120 sweets. How many strawberry sweets should it contain? 0.45 times 120 is the sum you need to do. 120 times 0.45, do it in your calculator and you will get 54. Question 8. With shape here. Draw the image of the triangle T after a translation of 4 units to the left and 5 units down. So 4 units to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 units down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can check and see where this shape is, where you just kind of move everything else. I can see this is a cross 4 and up 2, so it's going to be a cross 4 and up 2. And this one then would be here. Label the image P. Draw the image of the triangle T after rotation of 90 degrees anti-clockwise about the origin. Label the image Q. So draw the image of T after rotation of 90 degrees anti-clockwise about the origin. So it's 90 degrees anti-clockwise, and I am just going to get some tracing paper. Definitely don't be shy about asking for tracing paper in the exam. That's kind of what it's there for, you know, and so it makes your life an awful lot easier whenever you're doing these sort of questions. If you don't have any at home, you can use greaseproof paper, which is exactly what this is. And so I'm doing my origin here, I know what's going on anti-clockwise, so I have a vague idea what's going on. And just a wee tip about this. If you can kind of set it up, so you can see I have my tracing paper here currently, and it's kind of sitting horizontally, then it should be kind of vertical, so you have a good idea then. So I'm putting my pencil in here and holding it, and then I'm going to rotate this round. You can do it without tracing paper, but it's easier with. And so it should end up then somewhere round about here. So hopefully we can kind of see the points it's going to. So I can see that point there, that's okay. That's going to come through, and that point there, so I just need to mark those on. So I think it's that one. Let's see the point -1, 1, and then -4, 2. And that's me, and it's just to label my MHQ, so we'll just do that in a second. And that's Q there. On to question 9. Construct a line which represents the shortest distance from P to the line ST in the diagram below. So we need a compass here, and do some constructions in from there. So I've got my compass, and I effectively want to put it on the point P. A couple of different ways of attacking this. So I'm putting this exactly on P, you can see that there. And then I'm going to mark 2 points here, try and keep them accurate. Make it quite big and try not to let this change too much as it kind of goes around. You don't try to trust compasses too much. That looks like it's changed an awful lot. My compass isn't in great shape here. Well, let's try that anyway. Hopefully that'll work. So that then are my 2 points, and we then need to do the perpendicular bisector of our 2 points. I think we found a better compass here, hopefully this will work better. We can remark these out. Sorry about the delay. Let's see if we can get a more accurate mark down here. So I marked that one. Yeah, it was miles off. Compasses aren't really the greatest here, so it's this point here, and it's this point here, and if we do the perpendicular bisector then of this line, it should go through. So the perpendicular bisector, we want to set it so it's slightly bigger than a half, and then mark it off. So we have that, and then go up to this point here, and it's gone through P, so that's good news. Let me join those up then like that. And that's my point there. Construct a line which represents the shortest distance from P to the line ST. And that's us done. We got there eventually. Sorry for the delay with the compass. Question 10. A solution to the equation 4x minus x cubed minus 2 equals 0 lies between 0 and 1. Use trial and improvement to find the solution, giving your answer correct in 1 decimal place. So we're going to start with either of them. The best thing to do, if you know the answer is between 0 and 1, we want to try then kind of 0.5. So it's going to be 0.5 times that, so it's going to be, let's see, 4 times 0.5 equals, take away 0.5 cubed, equals, take away 2, equals, and I get minus 0.125. Of course then that's too small. So I need to go something bigger. So I'm going to try then 0.6. 4 times 0.6 equals, take away 0.6 cubed, equals, take away 2 equals, and that's 0.184, and that's too big. So we've found it's either going to be this one or this one. So we'll try halfway in between. Take away 0.55 cubed. Take away 2 equals. And that gives me 0.033625, which is too big. And if that one is too big, then my answer should be 0.5. Complete the table of values for y equals 3x squared plus 6x minus 4. So that one there is missing, so I need to substitute in minus 1. Minus 1 squared gives me 1, so it would be 3. And then that would be take away 6, take away 4. So my answer then would be minus 7. Hence draw the graph of y equals 3x squared plus 6x minus 4 on the grid below. So the first point is minus 420. Minus 420. Next point then is minus 35. Next point is minus 2, minus 4. So you can see down here, minus 2, minus 4. Minus 1, minus 7. 0, minus 4. 1, 5. And then 2, 20. Hence draw the graph of that. And again, I'll try my best here to draw a decent curve. Easier said than done sometimes with these. Below it then says draw the line y equals 12 on the grid. So that goes across then at 12. And then write down the x values of the points of intersection with this line. So my x value is going to be here. And it's going to be here, and it's just going to be my best guess. So to me, it looks to be about 1.75 or 1.8. And here, minus 3, minus 3 point. It should actually be symmetrical, so we'll go for minus 3.8. We end up on that. Write the binary number 10110001 as a decimal number. So we need to do our powers of, so it will be 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 4, 2 to the power 5, and 2 to the power 6 should get us there. That gives me a 1, 2, and a 4, and an 8, and a 16, and a 32, and a 64. And I need 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. So it's going to be then 64. And there's one of those, plus 16, plus 8, plus 1. And so my answer then is going to be 89. Let's see, we'll actually a little bit here so we can see this. Two transmitters are located at points A and B 9 meters apart. The best reception is an area which is less than 6 meters from A and closer to B than A. Shade this area on a scale drawing below using a scale of 1 centimeter to 1 meter. The fact that they're 1 apart means we kind of do a slight bit of a cheat because they're kind of 9 centimeters. So if we have closer to A than B, you're effectively supposed to do the perpendicular bisector. So if I do that, that's going to show me the line of anything that's closer to B than A. You don't always get square paper, you see, for this, so that's that. So that's anything that's closer to B than A. Best reception is now less than 6 meters from A. So I then need to set up my, that's 6. So you see what I've done there? I've measured there as 6 and 6 meters from A. Is that. So less than 6 meters from A here, and then closer to B than A. So the bit I need is this bit here. Number 14. A piece of land. I'll try and scroll back in a bit. We were accurate enough. Lost a bit of focus here, have I? Now, piece of land in the shape of a rectangle, length 8.3 times 10 to 6 centimeters and a width 3.4 times 10 to 4 centimeters. Work out the area of the land given your answer in standard form. So we just want to put those in the calculator and multiply them. So it's 8.3 times 10 to the 6 multiplied by 3.7 times 10 to the 4. So 8.3, that's that button down there, of course. 6 multiplied by 3.7, 4, 3.071 times 10 to the power of 11 is my answer to that. Power of 11. Work out the perimeter of the land given your answer in standard form. So obviously it's going to be 2 of those and 2 of those. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add the 2 things together and then just times it by 2. If I add them together, I'll get that and that, and then times it by 2. We have that. So 8.3 exponential 6 plus 3.7 times 10 to the power of 4 equals, and then times by 2 equals. And it gives me 1667400. 1667400. And so I need to put that in standard form. So my decimal point is going to go there, and there's 7. So it's 1.6674 times 10 to the power of 7. Question 15. John earns X pounds per hour on Fridays and Y pounds per hour on Saturdays. In March he worked 20-hour Fridays, 12-hour Saturdays and earned 322. In April he worked 16-hour Fridays, 12-hour Saturdays and earned 262. Use simultaneous to find the value of that. So it's going to be 20x plus 12y is 322. That's my equation 1. And it's going to be 16x plus 10y is equal to 262. And that's my equation 2. I don't know what we want to do here. We could make this both 80 or we could make this both 60. Let's make this one 80 then. It shouldn't be too bad. So I'm going to do number 1 times by 4, which gives me 80x plus 48y and times 322 by 4, which is 1288. And then times equation 2 times by 5, that gives me 80x plus 50y equals 262 times 5, 1310. And then I'm going to subtract those, so hopefully you can see. So those are going to disappear. This, take away this thing, gives me 2y. And then 1310, 1288. That's not too bad a sum. Is 22. And so I get y equals 11. If I substitute it back into this one, I'm that 16x plus 10 times 11 is 110 is 262. 16x is then equal to, take that away, I get 152, and then x 152 divided by 16, £9.50. And so my answer for x, so use simultaneous equations to find the values of x and y, so they just want 11 and 9.5. Question 16. The probability of France team playing their weekly game on a Friday is 0.1. The probability of France team scoring first in a game is 0.75. Show this information on a tree diagram. So it's going to be Friday or not Friday, and then score first. Not score first. Score first. Score first. Probably the penalty Friday is 0.1, so that means this is going to be 0.9. And then score first is 0.75, 0.25, 0.75, and 0.25. And that's pretty much us.